I tried recreating the Google Chrome dinosaur game in Unity, and honestly, I thought this would take like 2 hours max. It did not, but somehow it actually turned into a real game. I mean, look at this. It jumps, there's a score system, there's a high score system, the obstacles speed up over time, like kind of. And yes, there's a game over screen because I died approximately 200 times. So, this is how it went. Alright, so first things first, I needed assets. Now, technically, I could have made everything myself, but since I am in the very beginning of my journey and I am not using any digital platform, I yeah, so I downloaded some free pixel art assets from this YouTube tutorial video and imported them into Unity. And immediately I had my first problem. Nothing was sliced correctly, or so I thought. I didn't open the triangular arrow on the where it contains multiple assets, the sliced assets, because I am dumb. But I still had to learn how sprite sheet worked and how to slice sprites, which sounds simple until Unity starts asking you things like pivot, pixel per unit, compression. Brother, I just want the dinosaur to exist. And eventually I managed to separate the sprites only to find out that they were already separated. Like, okay, this was my bad. This was on me for being dumb. Anyways, seeing the little dinosaur in the scene for the first time felt weirdly motivating. Like, okay, this might actually become a game. One of my favorite pastime games since childhood. Because we when internet was not cheap and wasn't that accessible to everyone, we used to play this dinosaur game, me and my brother, on our computer back home. And because we didn't have access to internet all of the time, so we would play this game one by one, and we used to bet each other that who would make high score, and it was fun. It is one of my most favorite memories of my childhood. So, next step, movement. The original Chrome Dino game is super simple. The dinosaur doesn't even move forward, the world moves backwards, which is honestly genius because it makes endless runners way easier to build, or so it says in every tutorial. So I created the jump system first, and somehow the dinosaur immediately started trying to leave Earth's atmosphere. I forgot to tweak gravity. Classic beginner experience, honestly. After fixing that, jumping finally started feeling decent. Not good, just survivable. Then came the obstacles. At first, they were spawning under the ground, which honestly looked kind of impressive, like the cactus was emerging from another dimension. Turns out my y values, like the y-axis values, were completely wrong. After fixing that, though, the game actually started becoming playable. Like, it looked similar to the real Chrome Dino game, and this is where the things got dangerous, because the moment a game becomes playable, your brain immediately starts going, what if I add one more feature? Which I do not have the talent or brains for. I added a score system, and after running through it and attempting to get the score appear on the screen for an hour or so, I finally made a high score system. Then random obstacle spawning, which was a mistake because suddenly the game became borderline impossible. Some obstacles were spawning so close together that even I couldn't beat my own game. It was impossible. So I had to balance the spawning system and make the randomness less aggressive, which, fun fact, is basically game design in a nutshell. Not is this hard, but is this fair? Eventually, though, the gameplay actually started feeling surprisingly smooth, and then came animation. Now, thankfully, the original Chrome Dino only has like two running frames, so I couldn't mess that up too badly. Although at one point the running animation somehow completely removed the dinosaur's ability to jump. I still don't fully understand how I managed that. Unity animations are terrifying. But after deleting approximately half my mistakes, the dinosaur finally started running properly. And honestly, that tiny animation added way more life to the game than I expected. Like, it was better than it, the dinosaur floating through the game. At this point, the project had jumping, obstacles, score, high score, increasing difficulty, animations, restart system. Then I added the game over screen. Simple, but it made the game feel so much more real. And after a bit more polishing, this was the final result. I know it's a small project, like really small, but honestly, I'm proud of it. A few months ago, I probably wouldn't have even known where to start with something like this, and now I can actually sit down, build mechanics, build, fix bugs, and slowly turn random ideas into actual playable games, which is honestly the coolest part of learning game development. Anyway, that was me recreating the Chrome Rhino game in Unity, and it actually worked. Subscribe if you want to see me continue learning game development and making increasingly questionable decisions inside Unity. And yeah, thanks for watching.